noticed how in Star Wars there's something super funky going on with all of the droid names and most of the starship classifications? Most of the droids that we meet are named with alphanumeric combinations like C3PO, R2D2, even Chopper is C110P. We've also got R4, we've got BD1, I could keep going. But here's the thing, there is an in-universe alphabet in Star Wars. For Galactic Basic, that alphabet is called Arabesh. The letters R, D, B, C, etc. don't exist in Arabesh. The sounds exist, but we'd refer to them by very different letters, like A would be Arak, and D would be Dorn. P is Peth, R is Resh, and so on. Which begs kind of a lot of questions about things like starship classifications like X-wings, which are named because the wings look like an X. You can say the same thing about a Y-wing. We've also got a whole different set of wackiness with Greek alphanumeric combinations when we start talking about things like a Lambda class Imperial shuttle. So what are the potential explanations here? Because I wouldn't bring it up if I didn't have at least a couple. The one that a lot of people use is that these are not actually alphanumeric combinations. It's not actually R2D2. It's literally just the sounds. If you were going to spell it out in English, you would use ARTOO. And I do like that one because it lends a lot of credence to R2D2 actually being named Arturito. There's also the idea that some people buy into where this is in fact a story from a very, very long time ago in a galaxy very, very far away. So what we're seeing is a translation, and we're just getting the Arabesh translated for us when it comes to droid names. The reason I don't buy into that one too wholeheartedly is because it screws up the pun of droid names like Chopper, who is so named because Chop looks like C110P. It's a visual pun. But there's also an in-universe explanation, setting aside that this had to have been developed years and years later because the Star Wars canon, it's mushy like that. But in addition to Galactic Basic, there is another alphabet. It's called High Galactic. It was often used by nobles. And even though it entered general use across the galaxy in, I want to say 16 or 17,000 BBY, this thing's been around for a while. It's generally associated with snobbery, which is why most people are reading and writing using Arabesh, because that's the one that you use if you're just a normal person. But High Galactic is frequently used by the Industrial Automaton and the Corellian Engineering Corporation. So that's the largest droid manufacturer and the largest starship manufacturer in the galaxy. They're using High Galactic to name the droids and the ships. High Galactic, if I didn't mention it already, uses the English alphabet. It's just Latin characters. So that's your answer.